Imagine living in a space smaller than a city bus with 150 other people for 3 months, 800 feet below the ocean surface. No windows, no fresh air, no privacy, and no way out. Now imagine half of those people are men and half are women. This is not a social experiment. This is life aboard a modern nuclear submarine. And the way the US Navy makes it work is absolutely insane. For over a century, submarines were an all-male domain, cramped, dangerous, and utterly unforgiving. The US Navy had a strict policy: no women on subs. The reasoning? Space, privacy, tradition. But in 2010, that changed forever. The Navy announced that women would begin serving on submarines. Not support roles, not special assignments. Full integration. Officers, enlisted sailors, engineers, weapons specialists, living side by side with male crew members in one of the most confined environments on Earth. Today, men and women serve together on ballistic missile submarines, attack subs, and guided missile platforms. These vessels are floating cities, armed with nuclear weapons, capable of staying submerged for months and operating in total silence. But here's the thing: a submarine isn't designed for comfort. It's designed for war. And when you cram 150 people into a 377-foot steel tube, every single detail of daily life has to be engineered. Let's start with sleep. On most submarines, there aren't enough beds for everyone. So the Navy uses a system called hot racking. 3 sailors, 2 bunks. You sleep in shifts. When you wake up for your watch, someone else climbs into the bed you just left. Still warm, still smelling like the last person. Your bed is your only personal space. A coffin-sized rack with a curtain. That's it. No room to sit up. No room to turn over. You share this space with 150 other people who are showering once every 3 days, wearing the same clothes, breathing recycled air. And yes, men and women share the same berthing areas, same hallways, same heads, what the Navy calls bathrooms. Water is precious. Showers are limited to 3 minutes, sometimes less. You learn to soap up, rinse off, and get out. There's no modesty, no hesitation. Everyone's exhausted. Everyone's focused on the mission. Because here's the reality: after a few weeks underwater, nobody cares. You're all too tired, too busy, and too damn professional to think about anything except doing your job. So how does the Navy make this work? The answer is simple: brutal standards and zero tolerance. Before anyone, male or female, sets foot on a submarine, they go through months of intensive training. Nuclear propulsion school, submarine qualification, damage control, firefighting, flooding drills. You don't get on a sub because of your gender. You get on because you earned it. Once you're aboard, the rules are crystal clear. Fraternization is strictly prohibited. Relationships between crew members? Forbidden. Any violation can end your career. Court-martial. Discharge. No second chances. The Navy knows that in a high-stress, isolated environment, emotions can run high. So they eliminate the risk. If you can't follow the rules, you don't belong there. But the real reason it works? The mission. When you're 800 feet below the surface, hunting enemy subs or preparing to launch a nuclear missile, you're not thinking about who's in the rack next to you. You're thinking about staying alive, about not screwing up, about the fact that one mistake, one flooded compartment, one reactor leak could kill everyone on board. You learn to trust the person next to you, not because they're a man or a woman, but because they know their job, because they've proven themselves. Because when the alarms go off and the lights go red, they're the only thing standing between you and the ocean. But make no mistake, this lifestyle takes a toll. You lose track of time. There are no windows, no sunlight, no concept of day or night. The crew operates on an 18-hour day cycle. 6 hours on watch, 12 hours off. Sleep when you can, eat when you can. The food is decent at first, but after a few weeks, fresh vegetables run out. Milk runs out. You're down to canned and frozen meals. The same rotation, over and over. And the isolation? It's crushing. You can't call home, can't send a text, can't check social media. You're completely cut off from the world. For months, some sailors cope by working out in the tiny gym, barely bigger than a closet. Others read. Some just zone out, stare at the bulkhead, count the days until they surface. And through it all, men and women are doing this together, sharing the same suffering, the same exhaustion, the same mission. There have been challenges, incidents, but the data shows something remarkable. Submarines with integrated crews have the same performance, the same readiness, the same safety records as all-male crews. Because at the end of the day, it's not about gender. It's about competence, discipline, and the willingness to endure one of the most demanding jobs on the planet. When a submarine finally surfaces after months at sea, the crew doesn't celebrate. They don't cheer. They just breathe. Fresh air, sunlight, the feeling of wind on your face. For the first time in months, you're reminded that the world still exists. And then, after a few weeks of leave, they go back. Because this is their job, their life, their choice. The integration of women into the submarine force was controversial. But today, it's just normal. Female officers command watch sections. Female sailors operate nuclear reactors. They hunt enemy subs. They stand ready to launch ballistic missiles if ordered. The Navy proved that gender doesn't matter when the mission is everything. Living on a submarine for months is one of the hardest things a human can do. No privacy, no sunlight, no escape. But the men and women who do it, they don't do it for glory. They do it because someone has to. Because the mission matters. Because their shipmates depend on them. And in the silent depths of the ocean, that's all that counts.